Alright everybody, welcome to game number 1 in the best of 3 series between Alternate and Mouz Sports. Starting to the left side in blue on our first map in the best of 3 series at the Frey TV Invitational. We have Mouz Sports playing with Starcer, Karain, Fabio, Kidagagash and Gela. And to the right side we have Alternate with Vasil, Krolo, Gluhammer, Guccio and Mopsio in this first game of the series. To the left in blue we have Vala, we have also Tacita, Arthas and Falstad, as well as Rhaegar for Mouz Sports, Stitches, Reyna, Anuburak for Team Alternate, and also as the healer the Uther and the Zagara at the bottom lane. The bans in this particular match was of course Abathar and Tychus, no big surprises there, as well as Zeratul and then later on the Tyrael. 2 bans for each team, 4 in total. And right now at the beginning of the match it looks like we are seeing Mopsio and Vasil just waiting for an opportunity to maybe get an early kill. But we have Starcer actually in a position where he might be in a bit of trouble if he walks too far to the left. It's the gank squad for them, and whoa, they are going to start and steal the camp here. They're going for the mercenaries. Down at the bottom lane, the Falstad going up against Guccio's Zagara. The creep is already being spread over here. And Mopsio and Vasil, they are moving in. They see what's going on. Fabio is already super low. They're trying to steal it. Here comes the hook. Oh god, Fabio is already down. Starcer is in trouble on the Vala, as Krolo is starting to move in with a lumberjack skin on his Uther, and that hairy chest is going on horseback immediately and trying to move back. But yeah, first kill here for Team Alternate, and we have now Mouz Sports down 1 kill, and they also lost the mercenary camp, which is probably a little bit more problematic this early in the game. Up to the top lane, it's still another attempt to gank Karain on the Rhaegar. The seeds are already there. Oh, that hook just missed by an instant. And that is going to be seed time now. So both teams are aiming for those horrors and trying to take the seeds so that they can get their own plant in the game. Down to the bottom we have Fabio once more trying to get one of the camps here, and he's getting help by Starzerk. That's very early camps that the Arthas is getting there, not even level 4 for them. Of course a bit of a level advantage now for Team Alternate thanks to that early kill that they got there. Guccio is already claiming seeds to the left side, stealing them away from Mouz Sports. They have 58 seeds. Mouz Sports, surprising as it is, didn't get seeds at all. That's very uncommon that you see that. Apparently they weren't really confident going out onto the map. The interesting thing is that they didn't even gain experience over Alternate because of it. Alternate is way ahead in experience at this point and also has 66 seeds. They're currently going straight for that top horror. Usually you see most of the teams really prioritizing the seeds and the objectives on this map very highly. Maybe Mouz Sports just thinking, well, the early plan doesn't give us that much anyway, so let's just ignore it for now. It's a 3 versus 3 here, as we see Mouz Sports moving in. Oh, Karain is getting rooted by the plant. That's of course a problem. By now we have 4 heroes for them. Mouz Sports starting to move back a bit. There are only 3 heroes fighting here for Alternate at this point. Gluhammer is coming back after he welled up with his Reyna. The hook doesn't hit anything, so Mopsio missing that hook. That might have been a kill for them. But we have 80 seeds already. And Mouz Sports realizes, well, we have to contest them at some point. If we don't do that, then they will get all of them, and they won't not only get 1 plant, but they will nearly get another one. Krolo is starting to move in too, and this time they're going to get the big plant, big horror here without any problems whatsoever. It's already growing, and down to the bot lane we still have 1 horror available, and it looks like maybe Mouz Sports is going to go for that. We have creep tumors here that give the vision to to Alternate actually. So Alternate in a very good spot, still ahead in experience. And down to the bottom lane, what do we have here? An attempted gank against Kidagakash. Not successful though. The plant in the mid lane is already moving in. I actually in this situation would really like the plant to go straight for the horror here and just helping with getting in. That would be a great move because you can't really break too much down anyways until the opponent's team is not reacting properly. They're just gonna drop a plant here. I guess he's just gonna keep everybody busy and he rotates towards the horror. I really like that move. I like that move a lot. It's gonna help them get the additional seeds, and that's gonna be nearly enough seeds to get the second plant then super fast on the second night. So Mouz Sports in this early game not really doing too well. I mean, the game is far from being over or anything, but we have the lead for Alternate and they're trying to run with that. They already wrecked the first tower. Zagara, of course, can push that in too. She's super strong. The pushing power on this hero is just absolutely incredible. Falling off a bit in the later stages of the game, as she can be dropped really easily once the game progresses into the late game. But now Mopsio at the front is still pushing Gela out a bit, and well, for now the pot is down, so that doesn't do any damage any longer. Down to the bottom lane on the other hand, it's a 2 versus 3, with Guccio pushing in with the Banelings and starting to hit that fort, and he's hitting it hard. Trollo is there to actually heal everybody up, as in the mid lane, Mopsio is still alive on the plant for another couple of seconds. The top lane dominated by Gluehammer on the Reyna so far, and in regards to levels, it's still that advantage that we see there. Oh, there comes the stun and the CC follow up against Fabio, the hook as well, and down he goes. The Arthur's dead for the second time, 2 against 0 kills, level 9.5 versus level 8, nearly level 9 for Team Mousesports. So that 10 should be hitting quite soon for Alternate, and then they will be able to use their heroic abilities. As we see still some pressure play in the middle, let's have a quick look at those talents that we have so far taken. Very common builds that we see there. The Tenderizer on the Stitches, the only skill where he deviates from the full slam build. We have also Maw now taking the Locust Swarm, all the heroic abilities. And let's just find out if they're trying to make a play with that. We already have them at the bottom. The Maw is being used. Roller could follow it up with the stun, and he does. Maw into Uther ultimate, not really uncommon, and they've used it to get a 3rd kill, as we see the rest of the team just going for additional mercenaries. So job well done so far by Alternate. They're looking for another hook here. But the hard camp not attacked. They saw on the map, of course, as the small camp, the easy camp was taken, the Sea Giants moving in, and they thought, well, maybe they're gonna go for the hard camp as well, so let's just like set a bit of a trap and try to move into it. Mopsio maybe with a prediction hook. No, doesn't go for it. Suddenly Gela is moving in as well. Here comes, oh, Shockernor, really well timed together with a Rain of Vengeance, dropping the Uther, and we also have Mopsio in trouble as Vala has to move back though away from the Uther Ghost, and also Guccio now at the bottom lane once again with the Zagara dropping additional creep. The top lane has so far been absolutely dominated by this battle between Karain and Gluehammer, and by the status of those towers you kind of see who was winning this battle, especially since Karain did also have to go up against several mercenary camps already, since Gluehammer got some help with his teammates capturing those. So at this point it's 3 kills against 1. Mousesports starting, I don't really want to call it a comeback yet, since it's not like they were massively behind, but they are definitely trying to get their kills in here so that they close the gap in level difference. Guccio at this point with a good Maw that we saw so far. Not very much more than that. Knight is about to fall again, and we have already 72 seats on a Team A Alternate, whereas Mousesports really needs to prioritize the seats a bit higher on the second map. So far the strategy overall has not worked out that much. Mopsio with an attempted hook. He has a lot of attempts here so far. He got the important ones for the kills, but of course they would really like to get an early pick against them. Seeds are there, and immediately Gluehammer is rotating towards the small camps and starting to take them. We see the same thing for Alternate down to the bottom lane. Mousesports is already claiming a few of them as well, but we have the first plant on another plant growing for Alternate. Alternate could just really take plant and go for those horrors, collect more seeds, take them away from Mousesports, and then push with a later plant. Would be a good strategy for them. Mopsio, of course, also benefiting greatly from Zagara's creep strat that we have there. Both teams rotating down with their heroes. A 5 versus 5 at the horror. 50 seconds ready for the plant that we see for Alternate. They need to also keep that in the back of their head just to make sure that they are not missing it. Another missed hook by Mopsio as Fabio is about to move in. He goes in with a Howling Blast, locks down 3. Here comes the quick shock and awe. The Maw also hitting quite a lot, and oh my god, like that stun was beautiful. Great job by Anubarak. There we have Vala going down, but the counter kill against Anubarak. Once again the Divine Storm by Krolu gets the stun off. Here comes Reyna's Raiders trying to drop Fabio. He heals himself once again with the Army of the Dead. Kitagakash is barrel rolling out of his way. 16 seconds on that plant. They really need to start moving back and taking that, or it will just disappear. I actually don't think they will be then time. Oh, they will. Okay, Reyna TP'd back. At least he did. But they got the seeds once again at this bottom horror. So Mousesports is starting to be in a bit of trouble. They are only 1 level behind in kills. It's not that bad either. It's 2 against 5. The problem for them is the objectives on the map. Heroes of the Storm lives a lot from the objectives. It's what makes the games so short that you are forced out on the map. You can't just simply farm behind your towers. You have to go out onto the map and get those objectives. And if you don't, you're gonna get punished. And that is exactly what Alternate is currently trying to do. They use the plant to get more seeds. I like that move. And Mousesports is forced to engage. They cannot simply let this happen and are starting to move in here a bit. The plant, the horror, is doing its best to defend itself, but there's no chance. Oh, that hook against Kidagakashi, and a nice barrel roll out before we could see a potential gorge by Stitches. So at this point, we have the top lane being pushed. We have still 45 seconds on Blue Hammer's plant, and they have another one just waiting to be taken right after this. And Mouz Sports, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually engage into this. They don't really want to initiate against that. Oh, Vala already dead. Wow, that was definitely unlucky there. Losing the Vala this early in a push didn't help them at all. I guess we're going to see a rotation towards the middle, looking at the talents again. As you can see, we have the Gorge right here. More slam for Stitches. The sprint on the Uther. We have for Falstead, of course, also the rewind. And so far, we have Alternate in a great shape. I mean, they're going straight towards the middle now. We have Falstead moving down to the bot lane since he wanted to stop the push there. But that also exposes the fort in the middle, and it's taken out, which allows Alternate to just easily take the 16 talent here against the 14. They have 6 kills against 2, and they are just wrecking house right now. Another plant is gonna be there very soon, but for now, Alternate is just trying to control the map with the mercenaries. And Mouz Sports needs to decide, do they want to do this, like, do they want to make a stand now? Or do they wait a bit and risk that second plant to do even more damage than the first? Because at this point, it's not only about the fort at the bottom lane, it's about the keeps. They are starting to be a bit exposed with the front line already done. And Mouz Sports is starting to group up as 5. Falstead is not here yet, but can always just jump in with a quick fly-in. And they need to take a fight at some point. They are 15 versus 16, they're missing out on a talent. But if you don't fight now, when are you actually going to fight? Do you fight against the plant, still without the 16 talent? Do you risk that? They could try to jump a hero before the plant is there and contributes to the fight, but for now it's just mercenaries that they get. They're playing it a bit timid, a bit passive here. Not necessarily a bad choice, since overextending in heroes is usually being punished. The top lane and push has to be stopped, that's what they do, and they give up the bottom foot. They give it up, there's no contest for them, we have the entire team already moving in. Mouz Sports actually rotating towards it, but they can't do anything about it here. It's just like way too fast. It's being dropped within seconds, and level 17 versus 15. Mouz Sports still hoping to maybe get the 16 talent before the next fight happens, but I guess they are hoping in vain, because here comes the plan on that already. Glue Hammer has taken it once again, and ATN is going straight in. Mouz Sports trying to move back. The wall already breached, the hook not hitting Vala. She just vaulted back in the last second, but the rest of the towers and also the gate itself already gone. Another opportunity for hook here, maybe for Mopsio. Here comes the plant, the stun. Carreon in trouble suddenly, needs to move back. He's the healer for the team, they can't lose him at this point. Fabio is using the Army of the Dead, the counter more used right away, and he's finally getting out there, but of course his Army of the Dead is nearly gone now. That means in the next fight, or when the battle actually happens, Fabio is going to have a tough time staying alive. At the top lane, we have one Siege Giant camp pushing against the 4 for Alternate, but Alternate down here is threatening a keep, and they're going straight for Fabio. As I said, Fabio, without the Army of the Dead, is just dropping way too fast. Gala, straight with the Rain of Vengeance. A good heal here by Carreon, but is that really preventing the worst? Doesn't really look like it. Starzak had to move back on Vala already, and it looks like this keep is gonna fall. Gluehammer is just doing way too much DPS on that plant against the structures, and they are taking down the Vala now as well. Vala down, Arthur's down, and they don't even care about the rest. They are seeming to try to core it. Won't be able to do that. Not against the heroes that are still on the board for Mouz Sports. Mouz Sports finally on the 16, 8 kills versus 2, and Alternate is moving back. They can go to the top, they can contest those Siege Giants and take them on, but the seeds are up on the map again, and Alternate is just doing what Alternate does. They control the map, they control the objectives, and they do not overextend. They just go from one good move into another. They're taking seeds once again. They want to, first of all, deny them to Mouz Sports, but then, of course, also get another plant here. And if they do that, they are going to be in great shape. The Maws of Zagara have been absolutely spot on in this game. Guccio is playing an amazingly good game here. We have Vasil with great stuns as well on the Anubarak, all of them doing a very nice job with their CCs. And Mouz Sports is struggling because of it. They're a bit afraid to really move in and do something. And so far, the Rain of Vengeance from Bala hasn't really done as much as it could have. Here comes once again Vasil on the Anubarak. We have the Maw taken, and Reyna's Raider starting to focus on Fabio. Down goes the Arthurs, and there's the front line. It's eliminated. 2 more heroes about to die as Vala drops and Rhaegar is in trouble. Rhaegar down, Tacita on the run. Gala is in trouble as she already used used her phase shift. She's going into Archon form, and it's not going to be enough. At least I don't think so. Gala is going to die here, trying to move away with another phase shift, but that hope is in vain. She is going to die as well. Bye-bye Gala, and the only survivor in this battle is the guy on the Griffin, and that is Kitagakash. Here comes another plant for Alternate, and if that wasn't already bad enough, then Alternate is also taking more and more seeds, putting the seed count up to 70 once again. We have Gluehammer with all the options in the world. He can actually just try to move into the middle of the map and just drop that keep and then maybe go straight for the core. At least Tassadar is still going to be down at this point. Yep, and there they are, moving into the middle, and let's find out if they are able to just end it right here. Mouzsports, of course, is trying to defend. They're trying to hold on. It's game number 1 in the best of 3 series here in the round of 8 at the Freight TV Invitational. The well is already down, and right now the keep, well, is probably going to suffer the same fate here. It doesn't stand a chance any longer. Keep is already
So we're
gone.
back again, ladies and gentlemen.
And
Sorry about
what
the long
the
wait.
hell is talking here? That is completely screaming out. I don't know what that noise was, but whatever it is, somebody is back, and we are happy for that because he is witnessing maybe the end of this game. But Mouzsports with the defense is doing a great job, and they might be able to take down Marcel. No, he was healed, and Gluehammer is there. Krolo with the Divine Hurricane. They have level 20. They have all their abilities right now, but 2 heroes are down. They're just trying to core it. They're all leaving the game. What's going on? The entire Polish team just dropped completely. All the Polish players are gone. 48% on the core, and wow, that was a team wipe. This is bad. Guys, this is really, really bad. The Polish team just dropped completely, I think. Only Mouzsports is there, and therefore they win the game. This is gonna be a bit of a controversy here, I feel.